welcome back to my channel. I'm Alex B and this is alexbewell. And in today's video I wanted to do a bullet journal update. This is my first bullet journal that I have ever used, and I made a video back in January doing my first setup, but there's been some tweaks and changes that I made to it to, fit into my lifestyle. And that's what I wanted to share with you today. Okay, so on the first page, I just have the date of the month, and then on the right hand side, I have a monthly overview. And on the bottom of the monthly overview is where I'm gonna write in things that I have coming up in the month, mostly doctor's appointments or bills that are due. And the theme I did for this month, it's like black gray, but I made sure to add some geometric shapes to make it not so bland and boring. Next is my July goals. The way I do it was a method I learned from Tony Robbins, and it's called the rapid planning method. And this method of setting goals, because it doesn't only ask you what you want, it also asks you why you want it, and you can break it down into little steps on how to achieve that goal. So for the results part, it's what do you want, the purpose is why do you want it, and then the action is, I usually do like 5 things that will help me reach that goal, and then I highlight 3 of those 5 things to really focus on. So for example, one example for me could be, for the result, I would want to have it be make 4 videos on YouTube a month. My purpose would be to share what I've learned through my own experience in order to maybe help someone else. And the actions that I could take would be to schedule my videos ahead of time, record them, edit them, upload them, and also kind of give me a schedule to get those things done. And notice how my result is specific. It has a number and a deadline. So it's 4 videos once a month. Next I have I was trying to find a quote, but I really couldn't find a quote to match what I was trying to say. But my overall mantra for July is to make sure I'm keeping a growth mindset over a fixed mindset. And the difference between a fixed mindset and a growth mindset is that the fixed mindset would be something like, the fixed mindset is a little self-critical. You avoid challenges, you are kind of set in your ways, and you don't almost believe in yourself that you can grow and change, versus a growth mindset, you accept your failures and you take your failures as lessons. And I think a growth mindset, you have way more self-compassion and self-forgiveness towards yourself. And that's something I really want to start working on this month. And on the right side of the page, I have my trackers. So I have my mood tracker and my habit tracker. I truly believe that what gets measured gets managed. So I have some daily habits that I want to see how often I do it. And I also want to see how those habits correlate to my mood. So I have, journal, meditate, upload to YouTube, read, make sure I'm up by a certain time, make sure I'm going to bed by a certain time, and how often I'm exercising. Then I have my shopping list, groceries, toiletries, anything I need to buy, even like splurge items I put on my shopping list. And in correlation to my shopping list, I have my expense tracker, which has been something that has been pretty difficult for me to keep up with. And I do think it's gonna be the most helpful thing for me to keep up with. But a lot of the times I don't keep up with it, because in my mind I think if I don't write it down then I actually did not spend that money. But that's not true, because my bank account says something otherwise. So for that, I have the date I bought it, the item or the store, how much it cost, and the remaining balance. And that carries on for another 2 pages. And now we get to my weekly setup. So at the top of the page, I have my to-do list, which is kind of like where I just unload everything that I need to do for that week. and then throughout the week I'll kind of like place it into each date. And then on the other side is my weekly goal. So if you remember back to my rapid planning method, that's kind of where I would put like one of my main focuses on for that week. And I kind of do this weekly. I will create my weekly spread weekly. Okay. And I usually start my weeks on Mondays, but since the first was on a Sunday, I didn't want to create a whole page just for the Sunday. But I'll usually do my week starting Monday, ending Sunday, because it makes sense. So I have a couple pages blank for my next weekly spread. And finally, I have my July review. And this is something I started adding in April. Just writing 2 pages of kind of like a summary of what I did this month and how I was feeling this month. I'll just write down things that I did this month or things that I learned this month. It's for future Alex, so she can reminisce. You're welcome, girl. Okay. So that is my newly updated bullet journal layout. And have a great day. Thank you for watching this video. I super appreciate it. And if you liked stuff like this, please subscribe for more, maybe. If I can follow through with my goals of uploading 4 times a month.